It's the dream.
I'm playing the game.
Look, this is why nobody likes you. You're a little nasty boy living in the walls looking for nastiness. Anyway, welcome back to Pod and that with, you know, the things where you like name things and then you like suffer because you're like trying to do smart, sophisticated things and you just realise, you know what? No.
Well, that was something, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, we were getting in deep conversations when we were going to record, but I was hungry, so I wanted to eat food, and so there's like less pressure. We don't have to like wait till little boy over there has to walk his dog, you know. You can't have two bitches.
What are you saying against my literal baby?
No, I'm saying that by definition, there's nothing wrong with your female dog being a bitch.
It's not female.
Okay.
He is not female.
Fine, I take it back. There's a cute dog and there's a bitch next to him. You happy now?
You're really mean. That's so unnecessary.
It's the only way I know how to be baby.
No, and don't call me that. You
Hey
have no
baby,
right.
hey baby.
You have no rights.
What do you mean, baby?
Zero
Whoa!
rights.
You saying I have no rights? What are you implying there, bro?
You have no rights. I'm saying
Why?
what I'm saying.
But why? Why specifically?
Because one, you called my dog a bitch, and that is unacceptable.
I don't like that you know me enough that you just don't engage in it. Just kind of defeats the entire thing. I don't like you very much. Stop
You
knowing
make
me,
it too
bro.
easy for me to ignore.
Look, you know, shenanigans. Anyway, this is like the cooldown from the like reviews, and it's been 2 weeks, and I explained why it's been 2 weeks in a video that I made yesterday up before I streamed Minecraft, which was really boring because I don't speak when I'm playing Minecraft, which I kind of realize is a problem if I want to stream it. So I changed the stream schedule. There will be no more Minecraft videos. There was a test on streams. There's the test stream, and then there was the first episode, and you get nothing else because it's boring.
That's it.
That is
I'm
it. That
happy.
is all you get. Cope. Cry.
I-
Mold. Seize.
I'm
Cry about
literally
it.
balding. I'm so angry.
Yeah. Go bold. Coconut
No.
mold.
Did you really just say coconut mold? I love that map. I literally, I was playing it, and this isn't a hot take, but they ruined coconut mold.
I don't know what you're talking
They
about.
actually,
but I agree.
no, in the Mario Kart 8 DLC tracks, you know, they brought back some of the old ones. They absolutely ruined coconut mold,
Oh, okay.
and it was my favorite map. I'm still good at it, but it's just bad now, and it's upsetting.
Have you tried, I don't know.
You really wanted a funny retort then, and just couldn't come up with anything.
Yeah, I just don't really care.
What? It's coconut mall. You should care.
I don't know what you're talking about. You're just saying words to me.
Have you never played coconut mall?
No!
What? Not Mario Kart ever. Have you never played Mario Kart?
No! I've only played it when I go to other people's houses, and like, that's it. I don't have like a.
So have you only played Mario Kart 8, like the
I-
Switch one?
No, I've played a bunch of Mario Karts, but
Then
not
how
a-
do you not know what coconut mall is?
because I didn't. It was like a party. It was in visiting other people's houses and playing it for like 2 hours at a time. It was never enough to like never remember the stages, names, and all that.
You've
shit.
never been coconut mauled before.
No,
I'm gonna need to coconut mall you.
I dislike you and everything you stand for.
That's not true.
It depends on who you ask. Anyway, basically, the theme of this episode is having a cheeky old chat about things that like we just like want to chat about. because I feel like we are gradually discussing the fact that we are different people on very different, well, not entirely different people, but like we are different enough that we can talk about our differences in detail, and I think that's pretty interesting. And when other people come up, you know, things may change, or names will be censored, or blah 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 blah.
Yeah, at this point, we're able to have a very healthy conversation.
Yeah, like, you know, without attacking each other, because I feel like that is a positive thing that I want to vomit out into the universe like a wet, sad fart.
What an analogy there.
Truly, I am the craftsman, you know. Like, for example, one of the things I just remembered, I wanted to, like, after liking 2 of Lil Nas X songs, I really wanted to like him. I really wanted to get into him. And then one of his songs was literally saying, "I'm the new MJ," and I was like, no, bitch, no. I got so unnecessarily triggered because, and I can like rationalize my like irritation. Okay, I didn't get triggered as in like I flipped out. I was like, well, I'm not listening to you anymore, because it was the ego, the audacity. Like, imagine if Michael Jackson...
he was on the level of MJ.
Not even that. Imagine if Michael Jackson went around calling himself the king of pop in every conversation. If you actually look at it, I don't think he ever refers to himself as the king of pop ever, because
if anyone actually did that, though, that's hella cringe.
Yeah, because even if it... Regardless of whether it's true, you've ruined it. Like, you've soiled it.
The ego has just seeped through.
Yeah, because I'm like... First off, 2 completely different genres. Second off, you're like 2. you haven't even like careered yet for it to be that significant, because I feel like the only reason people know who he is because he started to like make more than just his like first like hit, the cowboy one. I don't think he's actually like made a name for himself that same way. I feel like he's still he's closer to niche than he is superstardom in terms of people recognizing him as like a icon. Like Ed Sheeran is like okay. If I went to some random normie place and said Ed Sheeran, everyone's like, yeah. If I said
that's
Lil
a household name.
Yeah, if I said Lil Nas X, coin flip.
I would say it's probably less than a coin flip. Actually, no. For people our age, more likely.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
Yeah, it's like a 50-50. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can average that. Yeah, but that
Anyone
was
like older than that.
Yeah. Yeah, because what's it called? I just I think we've talked about loads where I've recently made new friends with people, and I've basically just been talking about how I feel about it, because there's always going to be that awkward stage of things.
Yeah, there always kind of is, especially in the case of online.
Yeah, because I feel like one of the things I realised is like I don't need to say everything that I think every second of the day to other people. Like, not all of my friendships are going to be like that. And that's not like... Because sometimes I have to, like... Depending on who you speak to, sometimes you have to approach it differently. So...
Well, yeah.
If I were to say to you something like... I don't like... women when they do XYZ... I'm probably not going to get the same reaction that if I were to just speak to a woman like that. Whereas if I were to speak to a woman, I say an average woman, not necessarily the women I know, because I feel like that's an excuse. But I'd measure it differently because it's a different person, or it's a different type of person. And if
as soon as they know you, it completely changes like the entire thing.
Yeah. You basically sometimes, once you know that someone is, the way I handled it was I didn't speak a lot, and I kind of measured people out and kind of felt people out. So I was like, okay, here is what I don't say because it's realistically not worth the hassle, or here is what here is how I would say something where it would be perceived better with the exact same meaning as what I would like to say bluntly. Because I know, even when I speak to, in general, when I speak to people, I'm constantly juggling the social ramifications and all that, because it's kind of something I have to put a lot of brain power into, because brain don't worky for some reason.
Brain go brr.
Yeah, brain go brr when it comes to social things. So I've been speaking a lot. What do you want to think? We can take it. Yeah, I'm not done with that main point. What are you doing with that?
I mean, really, I've not really been braining too much recently, to be fair. It's like is there anything interesting for me to say? Honestly, not really.
Cool. Then it's time to whip out my notes.
Actually, no. There is one thing.
You really, really hate me, don't you?
There was I recently watched Umbrella Academy.
What do you think? 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 What do you think?
Okay, so now the first few episodes were a slog.
Yeah.
Like,
valid.
It was really difficult to get through because it felt like you were just it throws you in as if I'm supposed to already know who the characters are.
Yeah, the show starts off like
you really have to stick with it.
It comes across like the world already existed without you and you're playing character.
Yeah, and it did feel very weird, and I considered just stopping. It really, I almost did stop.
I didn't have that feeling. I really liked that feeling of I don't know what's happening. Ooh.
But I mean, it was just a case of I felt like I just like was supposed to know stuff and I didn't, and it was like which was weird.
Yeah. I had the opposite thing of I felt like the show was like kind of establishing it in like a roundabout. It was basically saying they already have lives and you don't need to know every little detail of it.
Yeah, but that's the thing, you learn about them anyway.
Yeah, you gradually, yeah.
Which I'm fine with. I'm fine with about like learning.
How many seasons did you get through?
Like, I've watched all of them.
Oh, damn!
I watched everything. I watched everything in like 5 days. After the first like 5 episodes, it was no longer a slog, and I was loving it.
Ooh. Who's your favorite person?
Oh god, I feel. I mean.
Klaus. I'm just gonna say him.
Now I can say Klaus's powers are definitely the most interesting.
Oh, not even that. He was in Misfits on E4, and he's different enough that I'm like, I just really appreciate this actor.
Yeah, it was actually really nice. I do like Klaus a lot. I mean, I did very much like 5, but I feel like that's something pretty common.
I liked 5. Klaus is who I want to be. 5 is who I am. That's
So you want to be drugged up 24/7?
No, I want to be the guy who's like all like having a laugh about like all fun and games, but I know I'm the angry little shit ready to just like snap.
God. But yeah, I was after the first few episodes. I was absolutely vibing with it. I didn't know how to feel at the start of 3.
Yeah, it was very.
It was a bit of a weird. It was unexpected. It was very different.
They dialed
to
the like to up to 11. Yeah.
In the long run. In the long run, it worked. But it just felt weird to begin with. Is my only.
Did you find it weird that all the they like how much they didn't want to help 5?
Yeah, but also I kind of feel like it wasn't that unexpected.
Cool. Yeah, because I've heard that criticism, like it's just expected that they would just go, "Oh yeah, the last time we saw you, you were 13, So we're just gonna believe you're an old man now, even though you look 13. Like, it feels like they have no. All they have is his word.
And they don't believe it,
yeah.
obviously. And they have very good reason not to believe it.
Yeah.
And they also just don't really care.
Also they're kind of a splintered family, so it's like...
Yeah, they're hardly even a family.
Yeah.
They just have shared trauma, basically.
Yeah. So, yeah, I
Apart
find
from
it
that,
weird,
there's not really too much there.
So I find
Though
it weird,
they become
yeah.
more... Actually, I was about to say they become more of a family. They kind of do and also kind of don't.
I feel like they become a family in terms of the fact that that's the point. They're kind of fucked, like a family is.
They do stuff, but they themselves are still put themselves first.
Yeah.
Though I will be honest, it did invoke some emotion from me, which is rare, in my hatred for Allison.
Oh, by the last
Yes, in the last season.
You know what, valid, but also I kind of.
I can understand it, but also absolute despise.
Okay, you know why I liked it? It's because I what's it called? I don't like actively hate Vanya.
No, I don't hate Vanya.
What's her new name? Victor.
Oh, Victor, yeah.
Yeah, I don't hate Victor.
And honestly, I did actually appreciate how they did the whole Victor thing. Like, it wasn't forced into your face. It was just kind of a thing.
My thing was,
kind of with that.
I understand why, because it's like the whole thing is like rushed and they kind of just like need to get to a point because the world's about to end. I wish they let it breathe a bit more, but at the same time I understand that it's kind of just like it's a visual thing for him, so it's not like. So just getting a haircut and changing how they dress is good enough. But they highlighted that Victor just gets away with shit, and then has this demure, like, innocent bean shit about him, and I'm like, bro, you ended the world twice, and you're like acting like you have any power or any say in this. Shut up, bro. Like, no, shut up. Nah.
No, I still like Victor. I buy Victor.
I feel like I only empathize with Allison because she's just broken. She's broken. She lost her first off. She lost her child, and then she gave up her husband.
The person that brought her back from like the dead.
Yeah, to get her child back, only to find out her child doesn't exist, and then the person who's supposed that she constantly gives second chances to after being her over and over again, lies to her face. And then, she gets a little angry. The fact that I love her powers, how she has the new powers where she just screams, "Shut your mouth," and he just starts suffocating. That was dope. That was sick. That was PogChamp. Yeah, but yeah. I genuinely don't understand the criticism in terms of the show is bad because they didn't stop racism and shit like that. I think I've mentioned this before.
I understand if they'd actually done that, it would have caused another, it could have caused so many.
You know what's worse is it would have just been season 3. Unironically, if they stopped it, they would have shattered time. It's like you're ignoring the show so you can complain.
Yeah.
And I realized why because I don't remember where the review goes, because whenever I see a review like that, I immediately remove it from my history so I don't get it recommended. And if he mentioned Cosmonaut Variety Hour, who is famous for his inconsistent takes. He'll go from Spider-Man is bad and here's why in detail to Star Wars is just a magical a magical story about space wizards. Stop taking it so seriously. And I'm like, this is bro, pick one. You can't have it both ways. But yeah, I do. I'm glad you like it. I think, actually, I don't know. I feel like I want to say Klaus, but I also really like Diego and his improvement. I guess, especially in season 3.
Yeah.
Because as much as I'm like, you know what, fair, you can be a homeless Batman. Go for it, King.
Go
like
on, lad.
Papa Diego. You know, I appreciate that.
I vibe with Papa Diego. I like him a lot.
Yeah. Gorilla Man is not my favorite.
No, Luther's kind of he's kind of just an oaf.
Yeah, I feel
really,
like
at the end of the day.
Yeah, I genuinely like.
Even with Sloane, he's still just an oaf,
yeah.
Really.
I feel like I like it. I like where he's gone, but I do empathize with his whole thing with Vanya, assuming she's doing all this shit maliciously. Makes sense with his kind of like childish kind of view of what they're doing. But people thought like, oh, you're just an idiot. Why are you assuming she did this on purpose? She clearly was doing this by accident. Luther called all it, and I'm like, yeah, that's the point. They realize the reason the world ends is because they fuck up, and telling them half of the information doesn't fix it. They still almost die. I don't understand that logic of, yeah, well, he's an idiot and that's bad. But I'm like, have you not met a family of different people coming together? Especially the fact that they're all adopted and all given numbers as names. Yeah. If you watch Misfits, you'll see why. You'll see the differences between Klaus and the character's name is like Nathan, but also at the same time they're pretty similar.
Okay.
And also I heard that Klaus was never supposed to be like a gay character, but it just felt natural, so they made him one, which I think is interesting because they went for a choice that fit the character rather than forcing the character to fit the choice, which that's good, and I feel like it did actually work. Because especially, I did like that they tackled all of these issues, but it wasn't in your face. Like when Klaus called someone a bigot, he also implied that they're massively closeted. So he kind of just was like, "Well, damn, you kind of just taking the piss at this point." And also, although the fact that he had PTSD within 5 minutes. And sold that shit so well in season 1. And I remember watching that going, you are you okay?
I didn't actually fully pick up on it first, but the first time he actually does the ghost apparition voice is his dead comrades from Nam.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was a really nice touch.
Yeah. Also, the fact that he died, they set up his whole immortality thing in season 1 with all the weird mystery, spooky world thing. And he doesn't realize until 2 seasons later that he's been dying all his life.
It's just dead 24/7.
Anyway, Umbrella Academy, watch it. It's one of the good things existing in this mortal world called existence. Anyway, on to the next topic, because I have a list here. Rippaverse Comics. Its pre-orders are now, when I initially mentioned it to you, it was at 1.4 million.
Yes.
Then when we talked about it again, it was at 2.6 million. Now it's at 3.2 million, and this is all pre-order sale.
Jesus Christ!
Again, this highlights the fact that Marvel, in its infinite wisdom of selling you, here's Iceman from X-Men, but he's gay now. Here's Superman, but he's an activist with a pink-haired boyfriend. Here's Red Robin, but he's gay. And they're all stereotyp. All of the every time they change it, they're either really stereotypical or they make the character annoying, which seems a little homophobic, ironically. It's weird that you make the character homosexual, and then make them unlikable. It feels like you'd want to do the opposite if you want what you're saying. It feels weird. It feels weird. Yeah, but anyway, so basically the entire thing is marketed as his politics, and anyone's working on it politics will not affect it. I'm like, you know what? That's good. Because I'm not gonna lie and say that I'm like completely devoid of like MCU movies. Like, if they make a good MCU movie, I'm still gonna watch it, and the ones I'm interested in, I will give a chance. So like, but like there are ones I'm not gonna touch. Like, I don't care about Hawkeye. I don't care about Miss Marvel. I don't care about Miss Marvel. I care about Falcon and Bucky. I'm not calling him Captain America because he's always Falcon to me, and that ain't gonna change. You can wear that shield, but you got wings, bitch. Falcon to me forever. Especially because I prefer black to, you know, patriotism to a country I'm not living in. As an aesthetic.
Okay.
But yeah, and comic book sales are like dropping over a cliff. Manga's shattering comics at the moment.
Yeah,
because every time they release a new issue, it's either something people don't want, or it's like an old series they're re-releasing. So and also all the writers, every time they're like, if you don't like my comic books, don't buy my book. And then months later, when people listened, they complained about the comic book industry dying. Like, this is not how you sell people's things. You're alienating people.
Don't attack the people that are going to be buying your stuff.
Especially because if you want to add politics, just be smarter about it. Be subtle about it. Because you can like invoke certain ideas without it being either on the nose or just annoying and off-putting because the demographic doesn't care about your politics. And if you like boil it down to its kind of core values, it's going to be hard for people to disagree with the sentiment, or at least they can respect the effort put in. But yeah, that's that. So it's kind of stupid, very dumb. I'm gonna pre-order that Pokemon game, the purple one. Violet, yeah. That was a point. I don't really have much to say because I'm not playing the game, so like.
You know what? I think if you're gonna get Violet, I might get Scarlet just so
that seems a little emotionally and racially.
Sorry, what the fuck?
Look, not many things like this have to say are always gonna be well thought out. Sometimes I'm just gonna say things and you're gonna have to accept it. You chose this ride. The second you said, "Hey Josh, you wanna be friends," you locked that down. I saw
never
it.
said that.
No, you said it. You said it.
I
heard you. You wrote it in blood on your wall. And then I appeared. I was summoned. Next point.
Anyway.
I watched Thor: Love and Thunder, and I liked it. And that I think that's going to be a hot take because even the people who are like the Marvel shills either don't like it or just think it's okay. Like, but at the same time, I've said to you before that I like it the same way I like Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. I like Chris Hemsworth. I kind of like Jane Foster in terms of I like her and Thor's dynamic in the movie, but Valkyrie and Korg can burn. They are so annoying. Korg is overstays his welcome. He's there way too much, and it just pisses me off. Valkyrie doesn't have any personality still, and the personality she does is like expositioned away so quickly. Like you don't ever get a flashback to why she's so fucked up. He's like, "How you drink? You ever?" And then Core does this speech with out of left field, going, "Oh, do you ever like?" It literally sounds like he's reading a script and just lists off why she drinks alcohol because of her dead lover. Like, it's just, it's so weird and unnatural. And I'm just like, bro, that's not dialogue. That's the script. That's the script writer speaking to the audience, trying to tell us that Valkyrie has this great personality. Like, write it in there and make the character act it instead of just saying it and her going, yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Like, shut up.
I cannot get this face shirt and I don't know how.
Yeah. Also, like, all of Phase 4 is just... I like Spider-Man Far From Home, Thor Love and Thunder to an extent. You know, Chris Hemsworth is solid. And Multiverse of Madness, if someone like forced me to watch that, I wouldn't be upset. I also wouldn't be happy.
I haven't actually watched any of the new Marvel stuff because I just haven't been bothered.
Yeah, I didn't watch Shang-Chi because I like my eyes. I didn't watch Eternal because I like my eyes. And all the other things, my dad has Disney Plus, so I'm like, let's watch these. And then got sad.
Was Eternals like pretty like 50-50 of the audience?
I have no idea, because the entire premise is they were told they couldn't stop Thanos, so they didn't. Yep. And also, Shang-Chi sets up another secret organization pulling the strings.
Oh,
so just to be clear, Civil War, Hydra, Black Widow, Red Room, and then Shang-Chi, Chinese Mafia.
Now we've got the Illuminati as well.
Now we have the Illuminati in a parallel dimension, and it doesn't even matter because they're all dead.
Oh, sweet.
So the Illuminati is fine; it's a entirely different universe. But looking back at it, I don't like that Shield got ruined, like got destroyed, because the only reason the Avengers exist is because of Shield's influence and the government initiative of the Avengers. And if Shield was there, you could have set up there are lots of things that you can do, because the government is just as reckless. Again, Avengers 1, they were going to send a nuke to nuke New York, and the Avengers, its crime is collateral damage. The only one who should actively pay for anything is Tony for making Ultron, and even then, he kind of fixed the issue. So it's like, yeah, nah. It's a bit of I feel like Civil War Civil War. I like Civil War, but it also feels like an excuse to why they lost in Infinity War. Because if they were together, things would have been very different.
I never watched Civil War because I always thought it was a stupid idea.
I feel like it could work. It works how they did it, where the reason Tony and Cap fight is because Cap lied and hid the fact that Tony's parents were murdered by the guy that that Cap all movie was saying you can trust it.
Oh.
And then the original fight where Spider-Man gets introduced, they show up to arrest the fugitive Avengers.
Huh.
So the two fights that happen are justified by the plot. And before then,
why does everyone have to be involved then?
Oh, they're not. Thor is off-world, and so is Hulk.
Yeah, but everyone else is involved.
Yeah, because the entire thing is based on the Accords. They split based on how they agree with them. One side works with the government, the other one is choosing to be fugitives and to the law, basically.
Okay.
One of them is legally not allowed to do hero work anymore, and the other is.
Interesting.
Yeah. How the comics went, it was essentially just these bunch of kids did a superhero TV show, and a block got blown up. So they kind of went, yeah, all heroes need to register with Shield now. And then Captain America didn't like that, so it ended up being a literal full-blown war where Tony gets a little psycho-y to the point where he makes Spider-Man reveal his secret identity, and then when Spider-Man decides to like leave and join Cap's side, they end up fighting, and Iron Man beats the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Kind of mad. But yeah,
I'm getting really annoyed, but
we got this. We be gaming. Yeah. So that's my If I were ever to like critique and say what I would change about the MCU, I would start from the second Avengers and go from there. Like rewrite that movie and then go onward.
Oh yeah, and just remove Captain Marvel completely.
I wouldn't remove Captain Marvel. I'd recast her and downgrade her powers. I'd bring her in before Ant-Man and the Wasp, and have her be like above Iron Man level in terms of power, but
not be Planet Destroyer level.
Yeah.
Which is kind of stupid.
Because it balances that, it would balance it out, and also I feel like there are plenty of actors who actually look like comic Carol, and these aren't just like blonde woman. England is on fire.
Oh yeah, true. That's the thing that happened.
Yeah, I have a heat rash.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's all over my body.
Ooh.
It was gross and itchy.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I got a nice tan, so I'm happy.
Wow, I'm so surprised. Damn, you got a tan. What's that like?
Just because I'm white as hell.
Having darker skin, I can't relate. I just don't understand what you mean.
Why do you have to be like this?
Look, I'm just saying, I can't relate to your struggle.
You can't let me be happy.
Look, accurate.
That's really not healthy.
Wait, what kind of soap? What kind of soap? Wood soap?
Stone.
Wait, what kind of soap do I want? Plastic.
You want stone
soap. Cool. That's cool. That's cool. Is it better at cleaning it then?
Yes.
That's cool. That's cool. That's so cool. That's so cool.
It's not that cool.
So cool.
Something else.
Anyway, I think one of the last points I have is I don't like the race conversation or any conversation about identity on the internet at the moment. It's very much frustrating.
Fair.
Because I don't, not because that I don't agree with the sentiment of what they're saying. It's the fact that the other side isn't it's only one side of the conversation that's being allowed to be had.
What?
It's like, oh yeah, racism is bad to black people, and everyone goes, yeah, and then they go, oh well, let's talk about everything else that accompanies race, like do white people have certain experiences, or do this people have certain experience that they want to talk about, or can it be possible that you can feel otherized as other races, or just anything that like doesn't make the narrative black people always feeling like victimized by the system. And then they go, nah, I like it like this. I'm just like,
I'm kind of vibing.
Just like, no. Because it just really, for me it really derails the thing, because it's like, it feels dishonest, because I know speaking from my own experience that not every black person feels hyper offended when someone like says mean boo boo words at them. Because I've explained this to you before. If someone went up to me into the street and called me a nigger, I genuinely wouldn't care. Like, I'd rather someone insult me on a race level than on a personal level, because I have more attachment to my personal identity that I have, needed to work at and improve compared to
over your life.
Yeah, compared to my skin tone that I just woke up as. So
I woke up
yeah.
there. Yes.
Because I don't like the kind of the thing where people do where they mix your skin tone with your
Who you are.
No, they mix skin tone with culture. Like whenever someone talks about being black, they like it comes across like they're talking about black culture or African culture and something like that. It feels like a weird disconnect, because I'm like, you do realize this doesn't just involve your skin color. Like if you lived in Africa, even if you're a different race, you'd have these same things. Like you'd have these same like kind of understandings and like thought processes. It's not like a skin tone thing.
Mm.
So yeah, it feels weird, champ.
Not very good. Yeah, I mean, it's just people being people at the moment.
Yeah.
Not being very accepting of other people's opinions, especially when no, not being accepting of opinions that are different from their own.
Yeah, my problem is that you also are going, let us be free, let us do whatever we want, but also going, well, you can't do that because I don't like it. It's literally like you want to have your cake and eat it too.
Well, if you have your cake, then you eat it. I mean, why would you not eat cake if it was in front of you?
I don't.
I like cake. I like cake as much as the next.
I like cake.
Just to
you like cake?
Bring down the whole intelligence of everything going on right now.
Yeah, it's just pretty respectable. Yeah, I think it's weird, cause I've always not said things when I've had a strong opinion about something, and now with like people I know and being able to communicate so easily, I'm like, it feels really frustrating, because I feel very strongly about how I feel, because I know I'm not arguing against something. I'm trying to say that let's just have the whole picture, please, for the love of God.
And not just the only one you want to portray, which is yours.
Yeah, because I could concede points. Because I've said my whole thing is the severity of what you're saying rather than what you're literally saying. Because I will agree with you, just not to the same degree, because that's just not my experience, and that's not what I know in terms of actively looking at like improvements that have been made over the course of like their days, and sometimes
how human that is.
Yeah, and also the fact that certain things that can affect different communities don't necessarily have the same intent. So I would define it differently, but that doesn't mean that I'm discrediting the experience. I'm just seeing it from a different angle. That doesn't demonize one set of people to win your argument. Yeah.
It does seem weird that like it's always a case of having to win. Like there's like.
Yeah.
I've been finding that weird. It's like people can just like live. You don't have to like be the one on top. Like I don't. It's weird. People are weird.
Yeah.
But here we are. Whatever.
Hi again. It's me.
No. Don't do that to the poor man. He doesn't deserve it. He's
Yeah.
been through enough.
I feel like, you know, he's on a good trajectory now. We could remind the internet of times before.
I mean, I feel like that joke is kind of overshadowed right now.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Also, you know, KSI's having a fight tomorrow, and I don't care.
Wait, tomorrow?
I think tomorrow.
I didn't even know.
Yeah,
there was a
because
fight.
I'm subscribed to the dude, so every lot of video, I have to skip through. We're having a fight. Watch it. Buy tickets, and I'm like,
No.
no.
I don't care. Leave
But
me alone.
every fight, I've unironically just gone, yeah. Let's just look at.
The
Let's see who
result
won.
when
Yeah.
it's done. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care about watching it yet.
Especially because, realistically, if he loses, it's gonna hurt him more than like his fan base. He's not gonna magically lose fans, but in terms of like how much he's hyped himself up and how much he's hyped up how good he is, it will have an effect, I guess.
Well, yeah, but I mean, again, he's just a person.
Yeah.
Like,
So I feel like if he chills out if he loses, I don't think it will be anything wrong with it.
I mean, but that's the whole kind of like boxing thing. You like portray yourself to be amazing even if you're not.
Yeah, because I think
it's just like people flexing their muscles at each other. That's like what it is.
yeah, because there was what's it called? There was that Creator Clash one, and
yeah,
they were like,
I didn't see any of that. I didn't care.
I only saw one guy because it was like Michael Reeves, the robot guy, and that was
Yeah,
about it.
I would have watched him, to be fair.
But my only thing was, it was iDubbbz did it, and iDubbbz has been going downhill ever since the girlfriend thing, because I don't think he realizes that it's not because they like think, it's not that people think he's like this cuck. It's the fact that if you look at his girlfriend's history, ooh, that ain't good.
I'm not up on that whole thing at the moment, so I
okay, put it this way: the lady implied that the Holocaust was a good thing because of what it did for medicine.
Wait.
On stream.
That's an interesting take
Also,
to state on the internet.
Whether she was joking or not, because she said she's joking now, but she said before that like if you have an OnlyFans, then like it's a sign that your career is like at a dead end.
Over, basically.
Like as a tweet, and then she made an OnlyFans.
Oh my god! So basically saying, yeah, my career's at an end.
And then when he defended her, it was really weird. It was like he made comments like, it came across like he was like not okay. He was like, "Oh, my girlfriend is an OnlyFans, and I'm okay with it." And then when someone's criticisms was like, job prospects aren't going to be like, are going to be hard to find, and he was like, "Oh well, why would people judge you for your past? It's a really shitty thing to do."
That's literally.
That wasn't the argument. That wasn't the argument. The argument was the reality is that jobs will be harder to find because you're not just like, you're not Kim Kardashian. You can't bounce back. And I think what's his name? The news guy, the YouTube news guy. Philip DeFranco.
Oh,
he was like, well, Kim Kardashian and all these people bounce back, and I'm like, really? That's your example?
Really?
I'm not even that. They were rich before the scandal.
Yeah,
so
they
even
they make new money using old money.
Yeah, and even if you were right, if they failed, they'd still have money to fall back on. They wouldn't be completely gone. Like, there'd be ways to bounce back that the average person doesn't have. Like, you ignore all of the risk to just go, well, you know that. And then he said something about it lowers the like people's argument of something about it lowers the value of it when you show it online. And he's like, well, if that were true, my body is the most least valuable thing ever, because he shows himself online all the time. And I'm like, surely you can tell the difference between someone showing their vagina online and you making YouTube videos. Like, I'm not condemning whatever you want to do, but there's a difference. Like, there's a reason people don't care or judge you in a different way when they find out you're a YouTuber, or your parents would, than an OnlyFans person.
Yeah, if I... This is the thing, like, it's again, if you start talking to a girl, and then she's like, oh yeah, well, I have an OnlyFans, I'm immediately getting out of there.
Yeah, it was like a weird thing of, like, acting like if you, like, his opinion was so normal, when he's arguing from, like, the opposite end of, like, the average person. Like, even girls, if you said, hey, would you mind if your boyfriend was a porn star? They would all be like, no, why would I want that? What the fuck is wrong with you? And so I'm just like, if you're gonna argue like this, give good points like you've done every time you've ever argued against anyone else. Why is this so hard for you? Yeah, it's just, it felt weird. Because every other time he's critiqued people, it felt like way more coherent than his own personal life. And also,
personal lives are difficult.
Yeah. And his entire reason for doing the Creator Clash thing is because he felt the YouTube boxing thing was too fake, and he wanted it to be real. But
wait, so he thought him doing it would make it real?
No, he just added like people and didn't do the pantomime thing. But at the same time, that's just boxing.
It's boxing is just flexing.
It's dialed to 11 because you're dealing with YouTubers who, like, entire careers are, like, trying to be entertaining. Yeah. So when you get those kind of people, you're kind of gonna get that kind of environment going. But also,
you can get very toxic.
Yeah, but also because he didn't have that, and he just had them trying to be like, he got a bunch of people who were just trying to be like cool. It came across way more cringe than it should have.
Which is interesting.
Yeah, I don't think in the press conference, I don't think anyone came out looking good.
Oh really?
Like, some people did, but like, even iDubbbz himself, because he still had like a dad bod gut compared to the dude he was fighting, who was like ripped. So it was just like, I don't, especially because people said he was like training crazy, but it didn't look like it.
Yeah,
it was like,
people say a lot of things.
Yeah, because you could argue that that's what he was like. He was making sure everyone else was good, and maybe he like declined on himself, or it was just that it was harder for him to like gain. His improvement wasn't going to be shown in this first scenario, but still, it's just like, I don't. Yeah, it's weird.
I just don't really care for the most part about that stuff.
I feel like I care because I know that with the YouTube boxing thing, that's good. If people are dickheads, then it's going to affect poorly on like how people view YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Because I will just be cringing if every time if I ever become, this ever kicks off and I have to explain, I'm a YouTuber. Oh, so you box, and I'm like, no. Oh, so you get angry and like fight with people who you barely know. No. And I'm just like,
I don't want anything.
It's like, oh no, stop it, stop.
I just can't help but think, why does it have to be boxing? Like,
I feel like
only because it's such a showy thing in general.
I feel like it's not what it is, it's who's doing it. Like the fact that Jake Paul is the face of it now, and he so very clearly picks fights he can win.
Why does it have to be Jake?
Yeah. And I don't like his brother either, but I'd rather his brother than him. Cause
yeah, definitely.
Like, because he at least took a loss humbly, whereas I don't. Jake, unironically, like, when his brother lost, was so like, oh, boxing is rigged, boxing is rigged, boxing is rigged. And
it couldn't be a fault of me or my brother. It has to be something else.
Yeah, but the second he starts winning, oh wow, that criticism magically disappears. Crazy
Again,
that.
that's just people being really just people.
Yeah, but I don't like
annoying,
that.
Well, yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I get it's people being people,
like
but I also don't like that kind of aspect of people.
Yeah. Understandable.
Yeah. I've seen so many different takes on so many different shit, and I'm like, this feels weird. This feels weird that you're like, what's it called? The anything on Twitter revolving any race, gender, or whatever,
just avoid it.
Is so toxic.
Just
like,
avoid it.
And for whatever reason, it's bleeding into anime because it's bleeding into anime only on the dub side, the translation side, and like Twitter being angry. So sometimes dubs will get really cringy like rewrites, but there'll be backlash. So the companies won't really do it again, or I haven't seen it in a while. Or translations of books will be so skewed that they take like there was a manga where a guy was like was helping his friend cross-dress as a girl, and then they start like a romantic relationship, but in the English translation they turned it into a trans person, so they like erased the gay relationship for a trans straight relationship.
Feels unnecessary.
Yeah.
That's just changing the story.
Not even it's disrespectful to the author's like intentions, just to fit your personal ideology. Like, if you want to have trans characters in books, make your own book. Don't butcher someone else's work, especially when it's another person, another country.
PC enough anyway. Like,
not even that. It's anime, so it's like, it's already gonna. They already have an entire genre dedicated to this specific romance aspect. So acting like it needs even more because you say so is really stupid.
That is a bit weird. More than a bit weird. It's wrong.
Yeah, anime on Twitter. Whenever you discuss it, it's either fandom people being crazy, if you like just people saying everything is mid, and people screeching because you said something's mid, or people going, oh wow, you like this girl who looks like she's 25 dressed as a schoolgirl. Wow, what a nonce. And I'm like,
what?
First off, it's a drawing. Second off, if the drawing looks, or if all the reasons people are attracted to the drawing is the maturity of the character, I don't know what to tell you. Especially when the only reason you think it's wrong is because you think the drawing has an age. Because it's annoying that I have to say that it's not real. So even if it looked like a child, I don't care. Because if someone wants to do that, you can call it weird, you can not like it, but to like act like it's the same as like real children being hurt is like, it feels weird because you're also ignoring the whole reason why that kind of thing is bad. The whole reason is you're protecting a child, not the concept of a child. That's so you know Spy X Family?
Yes, I've heard of it.
Someone showed a clip of the dad picking up the child and being very happy that she got good grades and got into the school, and said, I hate how they sexualize the child because she
What?
blushed when her father picked her up.
What?
Yep, that was
Do they know
unironically.
children?
Yeah. Yep, I want TikTok to burn so
Oh yeah.
so much.
Oh yeah, without doubt.
Every stupid anime take I have seen has come directly from TikTok. Among
I
other
can't
areas, cough cough,
help
wink wink. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. But TikTok is just a cesspool anyway.
Yeah, it's like it's full of every kind of everything that you like want to roll your eyes at is on TikTok.
I don't know how like it happened. Like, it's just supposed to be a site where you do funny dances, and now it's like.
I feel I'm fine with the cringe, but and
Yeah,
also
the cringe is fine. I don't have a problem with cringe, although I hate it.
even the
But
fun.
I don't have
Yeah,
a problem with it.
the funny TikToks aren't worth the download because I can just go watch a YouTube compilation.
Yeah, true.
It's one of those where all of the funny TikToks are like few and far between. It's why I never downloaded Vine, because all of the good Vines are on YouTube anyway before it even died.
It's actually, yeah, like I've said, like I remember, like I always say to people, yeah, I despise TikTok, and then I reference a TikTok that I've seen on like Instagram or something, and they're like, oh my god, just freak out. I'm like, bro, what the hell?
Well, they freak out that you don't like TikTok.
Yeah, and they're like, but you're referencing a TikTok.
Oh, it's crazy. It's almost like you can dislike something, but also see value in someone creating something. These individuals with that, especially because not all of them are on TikTok anymore. Some of them have branched out because they realize that that like
cringe.
Instagram, not even that, Instagram can be just as viable as TikTok. Like I've seen a bunch of animators who make like comics and stuff primarily be on Instagram, or like people who make skits and stuff also like posting. Because I don't. So I feel like I like the meme aspect, but the oversaturation of it, where it's like, oh, once someone makes a TikTok, it gets repeated till the joke is dead.
Yeah, that is something.
Because even a good TikTok, it will be. I don't know whether I'm watching the original, but also I don't know whether I'm watching it be so diluted that I'm just laughing at it being stupid and not the actual like.
That is actually, yeah. I have actually one to mention here. The song that Shmoyoho made, the Chrissy Wake Up song, suddenly became a huge thing on TikTok, and
oh yeah, also the stealing people's music
got
thing.
Ruined. Yeah, like no one's. The amount of times like I've said to people that watch TikTok, I'm like, oh, I saw the Shmoyoho thing. Is like a huge TikTok, and they're like, who is Shmoyoho? And I'm like, oh my god.
Because they very clearly don't ask the people who do it, and also the fact that when people complained and like critiqued it, like no one paid attention to it. Like they just were like, oh, you don't like it anyway.
I just found it weird that like literally no one even like I saw it first in the original video on YouTube, and I had no idea that it was a thing on TikTok, and it was just like, well, it actually kind of ruined it for me.
Who's Shmoyoho again?
They're a American like they do like comedy remixes of like political talks and stuff like that. Is what I originally knew.
Oh yeah, I know.
They've done a lot of like movie stuff, TV show like parodies and things like that, and they're really good.
Yeah,
they're really good musicians. And like it just felt kind of weird that no one knew anywhere where it. I mean, I'm not like complaining that you can like enjoy something and not know where it came from.
No, my thing is the fact that TikTok is like the whole YouTube, like the YouTube has a problem of over policing, but TikTok has the entire opposite problem: the lack of policing of anything. So it's the wild west of just, oh yeah, you want to steal people's content? Go ahead, bro. Or oh, you want to casually call people predators and say that they have CP on their page by showing it by your own logic, being like being complicit in a crime. Yeah, that's just going to be allowed on our platform. It feels like you very obviously know what you're doing if you go, this person is exploiting children. Let me show you the exploitation. like and follow. You do realize the issue here, bro. It's kind of a bit of a big one. You know, if you really thought it was that something illegal, why would you show it to your audience?
I just don't think TikTok's a good place.
Oh, and also then they end up being found out to be actual criminals of this kind of thing they very much complain about. That is also a fun thing I've learned and don't understand. You think you would avoid any kind of interaction and hide that, but no, you go out of your way to do those acts and then complain at people online about those acts, and then when you get found out you run away. Feels weird, bro. You do you, boo boo.
Does seem pretty cringe.
Yeah. How long we been going for?
I have no idea.
Bruh.
I feel like we're getting to a good place to probably leave it.
Ooh, an hour and 5 minutes. This feels
That's pretty good.
You know what? I agree. This feels like a solid place to like round it out.
Though, can we just finish this mission though? This clean, because there's 2 bits left. The
how
necklace and the
much will
helmet.
it? How much will it hurt you to not?
Oh my god.
How much will it hurt you to just like give up?
My man, please. I just want to finish it.
Man said hurt me, and I said yes. This is what you did. You could have just cheekily.
Don't do it.
Where are we going? Head. Shit. Habitat.
Oh, was it this? Oh, it's here. This one. Where the hell is the? There's a bit in there. Don't try and knock me off, you.
Look, that's kind of rude that you would shoot.
Okay, it's just a necklace. Where's the dirty necklace?
Little dirty man, little dirty little boy, little dirt necklace.
I think it's probably underneath of it. Oh, to put the. Oh, I have the stubby gun. Why am I not? There we go.
Dirt.
I don't see any more. Oh, there's a bit on there. Where are you? Come on now.
There's nothing on your ass. Your ass is clean.
Thank you so much. You're grass.
Welcome, bro. Look, anything I can do to help you achieve greatness, I will do.
You don't care about my greatness.
Look, are you here to deal with facts? Are you here to clean a statue?
Oh my god, it's so... Wait, there has to be like a chunk that's missing somewhere, and I don't know where it is. Oh, there's a tiny bit in there. Is it something stupid like down? Okay, I see a little bit.
Clean faster so we can end the episode. I'm in a constant state of flux.
Oh god, what? Oh no, I have the button on for moving things around. What's the Oh, it's C. Okay, that's good.
C for cunt. Can you say cunt? Muy
No.
bien.
I don't know. I don't know where it is. I don't know where the dirt is. I can't see
Fill
any.
it bang,
like,
bang,
anywhere.
and your dirt is gone.
Bang, and you're out of jail.
Out of stone soap? How could this possibly be?
Wait, you were using this.
Get a.
Oh, I'm sad. Upset. Currently upset. Why does this game always do this to me? You know what? I'm done. I'm gone. Get me out of that game. I'm sad.
Oh.
I'm sad.
Anyway, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and you know, just like do interact and stuff, and like do the things with the algorithm things that like do the things to thing. Bye.
What he said.
Say goodbye.